What's up everyone, it's me Jess and I'm an opera singer. Today's video, the amount of requests I have gotten for this particular artist is out of this world. This is Miss Morissette singing her original song, I believe, called Akin nalang. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's go. Interesting.
1075.
Okay, I'm going to pause here. She just took a breath, so I know she's going to sing something. But I actually want to talk about just this little snippet of music that we've heard in the recording so far. That da 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 was very, very simple and very memorizable, let's say. And it repeated with the same exact notes the second time around. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. To me, that sounds like thematic material, and thematic material in music usually returns in its original form, or it can even return with some renditions within the melody. But that, I like that so far. Very simple, very easy to memorize. And then right after it, it was just da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So let's see if that material returns later on in the song. Just wanted to point that out because it sounds really nice. Just very simple and easy to remember. So cute. She looks gorgeous.
Wish 1075.
Bakit hindi mo maramdaman? Ikaw sa akin ay mahalaga. Kung sa'yo'y kaibigan lamang, paano nga ba't di ko
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna pause here. Man, I freaking love her voice. Something interesting happened. So when she first started singing, the instrumentals were very bare. It was just piano and her voice. And what she did with her melodic line was she actually incorporated more breaks within the legato line as she was singing with this bare accompaniment, just the piano. And she did this by either stopping the sound on a note as she was singing it and then didn't take a breath but went right into the next note, or made a break, just like a nice little crack in her voice. But then, this was very nice. This is not bad. I actually loved this because when the second, I guess, part of this little section came back again, more instrumentals were introduced in the arrangement, and she actually sang with more of a legato line, meaning the line was a little bit more continuous and there was more of an even flow from note to note. I loved hearing that contrast with the bare minimum accompaniment, and then immediately after just bringing more of a forward drive and a legato line to her melodic line. Let's rewind and see if you can hear it's an ever so slight difference in the small breaks and cracks in her voice at the very beginning, and then when that beat comes in and the drive is more forward, notice how much more smoother her line is, and just enjoy those two differences.
75.
Bakit hindi mo maramdaman? Ikaw sa akin ay mahalaga. Kung sa'yo'y kaibigan lamang, paano nga ba't di ko matanggap?
Beautiful.
At ako pa ba'y iibigin pa ang binabasa, nakikiusap na lang.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here. First, I don't know if you noticed me doing the kind of hand movement during the chorus. When she was singing the Akin nalang, that was the thematic material that was in the very beginning of the song when I had talked about the instrumentals before she had started singing. And like I had said, thematic material returns. That's kind of easy to guess in pop style music because usually the formula is fairly simple with simplistic chords and simplistic harmonic progressions. And so I'm just glad that that happened. You heard thematic material, and that's actually the melodic line of the chorus. Now, secondly, Akin nalang. I understand, I know she's Filipina. Is this Tagalog? Let me actually hold 3 seconds. I'm going to see if this is in Tagalog. Akin nalang. Is that Tagalog? You are mine. Ah, yes. Okay, perfect. So this is Tagalog. I haven't heard Tagalog in so long, so I don't really remember what it sounds like. But man, the Tagalog language, this language is so singer friendly. It's so many vowels. It's just vowel to vowel movement. I would love to sing in this language. It's honestly a singer's dream. It's beautiful. And what I love about her specifically is every vowel that she is choosing to sing is very similar to another vowel. So if she is singing Akin kana, all of her ahs are very similar. They sound all the same. If she's going to sing an I vowel, it sounds the same every time she sings an I vowel, and same with her E vowel. And that is one of the advantages of singing in your native tongue, is you know your tongue position because you have it in your mouth as a muscle habit almost. Your muscles have memorized how to say those vowels, and that translates beautifully when singing. So I appreciate just the consistency in all of her vowels. Thirdly and lastly, what was it? Oh, there was a moment when she was singing a word and she put a glottal attack on the vowel, and the vowel was E. I don't know what the words were, but she was singing E. So she stopped the sound by making a break and kind of a slight attack on the E. And to my ears, as a non-native Tagalog singer, that actually told me, and I can make this guess because I've studied language, that kind of told me maybe that two things were happening. Either that was two separate words, or that was a compound word, and she was using the E, the glottal attack, the separation on that E vowel, to demonstrate that they were two separate words or a compound word, meaning the first word ended in the vowel that the next word is going to start in. And that is fantastic, a fantastic technical choice to do. Because when I as a singer can recognize that, ooh, she put a glottal attack there, why would she do that? Maybe it's two words, and I can now understand, oh, she's trying to say something different, or oh, this is actually a compound word and these two words should be together. Man, I was wondering when my almost 6-figure freaking tuition was going to come in handy. Let's rewind and re-listen to that glottal attack on that E vowel. And if anyone speaks Tagalog, please let me know in the comment section what that one word is, or what those two words are, or if it's even two words. Again, I'm making a big guess.
At ako pa ba'y iibigin pa ang dinadasal, nakikiusap na lang, akin ka na lang.
Beautiful.
Akin ka na lang, ang dinadasal sa araw-araw. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang.
So good.
At maghihintay
Nice pullback.
hanggang akin ka na. Kilig.
Gorgeous.
Sa panaginip lamang
Gorgeous.
Nahahagkat, nayayakap ka.
Gorgeous.
At ako pa ba'y
There it is again.
iibigin pa? Ang dinadasan, makikiusap na lang.
Beautiful.
Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang.
Gorgeous.
Ang dinadasan
Nice.
sa araw-araw, akin ka na lang.
Yes.
Akin ka na lang.
Beautiful.
At maghihintay hanggang akin ka na.
Okay, I'm gonna pause here. I don't know where it's going next, but I just quickly want to say I absolutely love her mouth position. She is having no trouble whatsoever diving and bobbing and weaving in and out of her lower chest into her mid register and up into her more beltier mixed voice register in her higher register. It sounds flawless and a very good way to practice feeling that evenness between all of your registers is to actually practice doing slides. That way, when you're practicing doing them, you can actually feel in your body where that next break in your register is going to be, and just continue practicing sliding through that hard part. So a slide would just be practice doing that all up and down your register. Start lower, then go higher, start higher, and then go lower, and really hone in on those uncomfortable parts, because that is what is going to help you navigate from register to register. That's one part. Another fantastic thing that she is doing is she is keeping her mouth open in relation to where she needs to go. So if she has a high note or a more beltier note coming, you don't see her mouth going like from this to like this all of a sudden. I can tell she's got a good mentality or a good mental idea of what is to come, and her internal space is already prepped for that. So fantastic. That's why she sounds so great in all registers.
Ka na lang ang dinadasal sa araw-araw. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang. At maghihintay hanggang akin ka na.
Okay, I'm sorry. I knew something was going to happen when she grabbed onto that table. When she grabbed onto the table, I was like, what is about to happen? But I was not expecting that to happen. The crazy part is that long note that she sustained, the that note already was held for a good amount of time. I thought that that note alone was going to be the end of the phrase, and then she just decided to jump all the way up to a an A freaking 6. That is a massive jump, you all, from a B4 to an A6. That is, let's see, 2 octaves would be a 15th, a whole step down. What is that? A jump of a minor 14th in one phrase. And on top of that, the A6 note had a little riff or a run going on it at the same time. You want to tell me, honey, you did that in one phrase? Rewind.
Hintay hanggang akin ka na.
voice.
Ang dinadasal makikiusap na
Beautiful.
lang. Akin ka na lang.
Beautiful.
Akin ka na lang.
Yes.
Ang dinadasal
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Breathe. Okay. Stop. That didn't just happen. Stop.
At ako pa ba'y ibigin pa?
Love that phrase.
Ang dinadasal makikiusap na
Nice.
lang. Akin ka na lang. Akin ka na lang.
Nice.
Ang dinadasal sa
Okay, I loved everything about this phrase. You all have no idea, and let me give some breakdowns just about these phrases in general. Okay, so the second time listening to these several phrases, I actually wanted to pay super close attention to her breaths in between each phrase, just so I can get a better understanding of what's going on. And I'm really glad that I did, because surprisingly, the breath that she took right before her extremely long phrase that we just heard was a catch breath. Catch breaths can be so advantageous if you know what to do with them. And for me, there are two main factors to a great catch breath, like Miss Morissette just demonstrated. The first thing to a great catch breath is releasing as much air as you possibly can from the breath before. That way, it's almost like your body is able to just restart from fresh, because when you have old air from the breath before and you don't release it properly, we call that stacking your air. And eventually, if you continue to stack your air throughout the song, your sound then will start coming from your throat, and that's where you don't want it to come from. I can tell her catch breaths were great because it seemed as if she released her air and she took in a sweeping breath on that catch breath. Now, what a catch breath is it's a much shorter breath than a regular quote-unquote breath that you would get in a normal phrase. And that happens because of the way that the melodic line is written. So for hers, she had the and then she had a very short amount of time to take in as much breath as she can. Now, the second component of a good catch breath, which I can't tell because it has to do with mind reading essentially, but it's telling your mind that the new air that you inhaled is going to be enough to get you through the phrase. And that is a very hard thing to do because we as singers can get so overwhelmed with we're not taking in enough air. That wasn't a good enough breath, and I know this phrase is long. This phrase requires so much energy. I didn't take in enough air. And trust me, you all, the power of your mind, it does wonders. If you practice telling your mind the air that you take in on your breath will get you through the phrase, that is transformative in your everyday technique learning style. So if you're a singer out there, practice doing that. Now, I obviously cannot read Miss Morissette's mind, but the way that she was able to get through that ridiculously long phrase kind of tells me that she trusts her body and the breath that she took in, and as a result, she succeeded and got through the phrase beautifully. Another thing that may be surprising is her singing this phrase in mostly chest voice and a little bit of mixed voice is going to be easier to do than singing it all on, let's say, a head voice or a mixed voice. I talk a lot about sustaining extremely long phrases and what is physiologically happening when you incorporate straight tones and vibratos and just singing in your chest voice on extremely long phrases. It helps so much. That very detailed explanation is in my Voctive performance analysis, and I will link it down below. But honestly, I'm floored. That's all I can say.
At ako pa'y ibigin pa ang
Yes.
dinadasal makikiusap na lang.
Gorgeous.
Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang.
Catch that?
Ang dinadasal sa araw-araw at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na.
Oh, beautiful cooling down.
Wish Closer
Nice.
on Wish
Oh,
1075.
so good. This girl, and she wants to end it with a little, I'm done. I am done. Y'all, I love this girl. I'm saying it. I am a fan. That was a beautiful song. I would love to learn a song using the Tagalog language. The language is beautiful. It's so great for singers. I can't reiterate that enough. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and comment with a yellow heart if you're a Morissette fan and if you made it this far. Also turn on those notifications so you always know when I put up a video on YouTube and also when I go live. Also check out my description box down below. I've got ways that you can connect with me through Patreon or through Discord if you want to live chat. I've also got some links of previous performance analysis videos in the description box, as well as links of me singing. And I always keep anything updated down in that description box, so make sure you check it out. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon. Bye!